Welcome to the SEO.co Search Engine Optimization Podcast. Digital marketing essentials and next level tactics. From offsite and on-site optimization to persuasive selling and everything in between. You'll learn actionable tips on what it takes to outright and outrank your competition. Now, here's your host, Timothy Carter.
Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to talk about how to outsource content creation without compromising quality. You know, in my last podcast episode, I talked about the benefits of outsourcing your content creation. But that leaves the next big question. How can we outsource content without compromising on quality? Well, the answer to this question depends on several variables, but it's not something to lose sleep over. So with a proactive, well-developed plan, you can enjoy the best of both worlds. Outsource content that's crisp, original, and on brand. Here's how to make it happen. 1. Identify your needs. As in the case with any major marketing decision, begin it with a list of your specific needs. In this case, you need to develop a list of the types of content you need, how much you'll need, and when you'll need it. Your specific content needs will, to a degree, dictate how you proceed. You know, there's a significant difference between needing one 500-word blog post per week for your website and a 25,000-word piece of original content published to specific platforms each month. So a failure to account for these differences could lead to wasted resources and inaccurate expectations. Number 2, budget. With your specific content needs in mind, then you need to begin developing a budget. You know, this will help you in determining how much content can be outsourced and which partners you can afford to work with. You know, you'll have to account for a number of company-specific elements, but it's helpful to know what others are spending. You know, according to the Content Marketing Institute, you know, B2B companies are allocating an average of 26% of their total marketing budget to content marketing. Nearly 40% of these marketers expect their content budget to increase in the near future. You know, B2C marketers, they allocate roughly 22% of their total marketing budget to content marketing, while 37% expect to see this figure scale up in the coming years. Again, you know, these are just estimates, but they show the importance of budgeting with a purpose. If nothing else, you know, come up with some soft numbers to guide your content strategy through the initial stages of outsourcing. Number 3 would be create a style guide. You know, every company should have a content style guide, you know, especially those who choose to outsource their content creation efforts, you know. A content style guide is simply an organized document with a set of copywriting rules that are specific to your company. These rules address things like grammar, sentence structure, banned words, preferred words, you know, company description, audience profiles, competitive research, you know, boilerplate information, formatting, expectations, voice, and tone. You know, a style guide should be made into a concise and digestible PDF doc that can be easily shared with any new writer who creates content for your company. In fact, you shouldn't let an outsourced partner write content for your brand until they can prove, you know, mastery of your style guide. You know, review a writer's portfolio whenever possible. You know, you can review that content that they've previously written and published. You know, this will give you an idea of how they write and what sort of flexibility they have. You know, when reviewing a writer's portfolio, don't get so caught up in any one individual piece of copy that you miss the bigger picture. You know, the mark of a skilled content writer is the ability to change the way they write for different clients without compromising quality. So instead of making a judgment based on a single piece of copy, look at the bigger picture and find a writer who's versatile and experienced across a variety of niches. And then number 5, require content to be pitched. Many of the issues with content quality can be avoided by developing a rigorous quality assurance routine that takes place prior to the first draft ever being developed. The best thing you can do is to have your writers get in the habit of developing a pitch that's sent over for approval. This allows you to review the pitch and critique any issues you find prior to writing. Number 6, and not least, would be hire an in-house editor. It pays to have a person on staff who knows your brand and what's happening behind closed doors. You'll also benefit from having someone who is accessible at all times. So if you have the resources to do so, consider hiring an in-house editor. Your in-house editor may double as one of your key marketing staffers, but this person should have a detailed understanding of the style guide and the ability to articulate content needs to writers, whether they're in-house or outsourced. And, as we wrap this up, whether you run a small startup with large aspirations or an established company with very specific brand needs, you need an outsourced partner that you can depend on for all of your content needs. And at SEO.co, we offer high quality content creation. It's been a hallmark of what we've been doing for over a decade. Strategic link building via our white hat link building services and powerful digital branding that helps our clients establish, maintain, and grow their brands. So for more information on how we can work together, come on over to SEO.co and schedule a time to have a free consultation. Learn how we can help you scale your ability to outwrite and outrank your competition.
Thank you for joining us on the SEO.co podcast. We appreciate your time. Be sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit SEO.co for more resources based on today's topic, as well as access to more podcast episodes to help you improve your site's long-term SEO success.